Big question: how do historical features and sites shape our understanding of Nigeria's cultural heritage? On a sunny morning in Benin City, Emeka, Amina, and Idris gathered at the city square, where Mr. Okafor, the local historian, had planned an exciting exploration. He promised them a journey through time, visiting Nigeria's real historical features and sites. With notebooks in hand and hearts full of curiosity, the children were eager to uncover the secrets of their nation's past. Their journey began at the tranquil shores of River Niger. Mr. Okafor began, "Rivers and lakes have always been vital to our communities, providing water, transportation, and sustenance." Emeka gazed at the flowing river and asked, "What stories does this river hold?" "This is River Niger, one of Africa's longest rivers," Mr. Okafor explained. "It has been a lifeline for trade and culture for centuries, shaping the history of the people who live along its banks." As they stood by the river, Emeka imagined ancient boats sailing by, laden with goods from distant lands. Next, they traveled to Hadanar Hills in Ondo State. Amina marveled at the towering hills. "Why are these hills important?" she asked. "These hills are steeped in Yoruba history and are known for their unique architecture and spiritual significance," Mr. Okafor explained. "They were once a refuge during wars and a place for communal gatherings." Idris looked up at the hilltop, imagining the stories of resilience and community spirit that echoed through the ages. Their journey took them to the National Museum in Lagos, where they explored ancient tools and artifacts. "These tools were used by our ancestors for farming and craftsmanship," Mr. Okafor said. "They reflect the ingenuity and resourcefulness of our people." Emeka picked up a beautifully carved wooden mask. "What does this mask represent?" "This is an Igbo mask used in cultural ceremonies," Mr. Okafor explained. "It embodies our cultural heritage and artistic expression." The children marveled at the craftsmanship and learned how these artifacts connected them to their ancestors. Among the artifacts, they found knife bronze sculptures and knocked terracotta figures. Amina admired the intricate details of a bronze head. "Who made these?" "These sculptures were created by our ancestors in ancient kingdoms like Ife and Nok," Mr. Okafor said. "They represent our rich artistic traditions and cultural achievements." The children were fascinated by the artistic skills and stories captured in these ancient artifacts. Their exploration continued to Benin City, where they visited the ancient Benin City walls. "These walls were built over 600 years ago," Mr. Okafor explained. "They encircled the city and served as a defense against invaders." Emeka traced his fingers along the weathered walls, imagining the city bustling with activity and the walls standing strong through centuries of history. Next, they visited the Oba's palace, the seat of the Oba of Benin. The palace is a symbol of Benin's cultural heritage and royal authority, Mr. Okafor said. "It has been the center of governance and cultural practices for generations." The children were awed by the palace's grandeur and the stories it held within its walls. Their journey included visits to the ancient Jumat Mosque in Kano and the Cathedral Church of Christ in Lagos. Mr. Okafor explained the significance of each religious site. "Places of worship like these have been centers of spiritual life and community gatherings," he said. "They reflect our religious diversity and cultural tolerance." The children felt the peace and reverence of these sacred places, understanding their importance in Nigerian society. Their last stop was the National Arts Theatre in Lagos, a hub of cultural performances and exhibitions. "Cultural centers like this preserve and celebrate our artistic heritage," Mr. Okafor said. "They showcase our music, dance, and storytelling traditions." The children attended a vibrant dance performance, captivated by the rhythms and movements that told stories of Nigerian history and culture. During their expedition, the children encountered a dilemma. Developers wanted to build a shopping mall near the Benin City walls. This sparked a debate about balancing economic development with preserving historical landmarks. The children discussed the ethical dilemma of development versus preservation. They considered the consequences of building over historical sites and the importance of protecting Nigeria's cultural heritage. "We need progress, but not at the cost of our history," Amina argued. "Can't we find a way to develop while still respecting our past?" Idris suggested, the diverse settings of rivers, hills, ancient walls, palaces, and religious sites provided an immersive experience. The children felt as though they were stepping into different eras of Nigerian history, each with its own stories and significance. Inspired by their journey, the children decided to start a campaign to raise awareness about the importance of preserving historical landmarks. They organized a community cleanup at the Benin city walls and invited locals to learn about the city's history. During the community cleanup, the children addressed contemporary issues such as urban development and cultural preservation. They emphasized the need for sustainable development that respects Nigeria's rich cultural heritage. We must find ways to develop our cities while safeguarding our historical treasures, Emeka said passionately. Through their journey, Emeka, Amina, and Idris not only learned about the real historical features and sites of Nigeria, but also became advocates for preserving their nation's cultural heritage. They discovered the importance of understanding and protecting Nigeria's past, ensuring that future generations can learn from and appreciate the rich history that shapes their identity.